Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Hair Transplant Reality. I'm going to be talking about a lot today. As you know, today in the video, I will be shaving my head down layer by layer so you can see what my FUE scarring from my first hair transplant looks like at every single layer with tons of photos in different lighting, and that's going to be super helpful and exciting for you guys. My doctor I went to was Dr. Panine in Chicago at Chicago Hair Transplant Clinic, because I know you're all going to ask that question. Also, guys, obviously right now my head is shaved. If you didn't see that video, go watch it when you're done here. It was kind of emotional. I shaved my head at Norwood 6. And yeah, you can see what it looked like if I had never got a hair transplant. Also, currently I'm on day 6 of my second hair transplant. So in a couple days, I will be releasing the first 7 days of my second hair transplant. So hopefully you guys are excited for all these videos. Before I jump into what this video is about, I do a little self-promo. Bear with me, guys. I actually am launching a product in the next few weeks here. I'm just waiting for the final customization of the logos and everything to be on the bottles and boxes. But I made my own hair fire product, which took me months to do and a lot of product testing. It is epic, though. On screen, you can see my hair before I shaved it off a couple weeks ago. And you can see me putting the product on only half the head, the thinner half to mention, and also then the full head. And you can see how natural and thick it looks. If you think this looks awesome and you want to go ahead and get the product, I definitely recommend it. Obviously, I made it. You can go ahead and DM me to be one of the first people I send it to. Yeah, DM me on my HairTransplantReality Instagram, or you can, hit me up on my email or however you want, and you can purchase it and I can send it to you directly. Otherwise, in a few weeks, there will be an Amazon link and my website link to buy it directly in the description below. But guys, I'm super excited about that product. I think it's going to be super helpful for a lot of men. I would not be talking about it if I didn't think it was amazing. I really fell in love with Topic when I first started using it, and then I started trying other people's products and found some were better than others, and I wanted to create my own that was better than everyone. So is it better than everyone's? You'll have to test and see for yourself, but over the next few months, I'll be doing a ton of tests showing it in water, wind, showers, all sorts of circumstances, and competing against other brands just so I can be really fair on how good this product really is. But guys, thank you so much for your support. Let's get into the video. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Guys, so on screen, before we go ahead and shave the sides off, I want to show you what the top of my head looks like. Obviously, the crown is super thinning. And here's me just smiling with my arms crossed. And again, pointing at and encompassing the area that was hair transplant hair that I had zero hair before. Obviously, it's shaved down. But let's go ahead and show you what you came for. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we are doing the second episode of shaving my head. So if you didn't watch the last one, it was very difficult to do this to myself. Definitely sucked. I got the reaction from my best friend and she was less than impressed. But I actually am going to go ahead and do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the millimeter here. So if you look at this, this is an adjustable clipper. And we're gonna go ahead and do the sides. I'm gonna take some photos and show you a 360 view of my head. Then we'll do a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. We'll change the dimness of the lighting here. We might even go outside, take some photos. But basically, we're gonna try and show you at what length you can wear your hair to if you have an FUE surgery, because every surgery has scarring. A lot of places in other countries or even here like to go ahead and advertise FUE as scarless, and it's completely false. There are scars in every surgery, but guys, FUE is made to not look like you have any obvious ones when you have hair. We should get down to a 2 or a 3 very comfortably on this. I would say a 3 for sure, maybe even a 2, which is very short, but let's go ahead and start with this 5, yeah? All right, guys, so just filmed this. I believe this is a number 4, okay, on the sides. It is a 12 millimeter, okay? So we figured this out, kind of, I think. And then I'm gonna do a 9 millimeter, 6, and 3. So that should be a 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope I didn't fuck that up. But guys, here's what it looks like. I'm gonna show some photos on the screen too. As you know, I'm in my bathroom, and it is super, super bright in here, but you cannot see any scarring. I look normal. Super happy. Let's go down to a 3. Alrighty, so as you can see on screen, there's a bunch of pictures of me. This is me at a number 4 on the clipper guard. That is about 12 millimeters. I'm showing you every angle of my head possible. Scarring is not visible at all, even when I comb through it. So that's really awesome. We're going to go to a number 3 shortly, but I just wanted to really give you guys a good look of what the hair looks like at a number 4. It really looks great. So if you're getting an FUE hair transplant and you like your hair at this length, you have nothing to worry about, and you're about to see how awesome it can look at a number 3 too. Let's go. All right, guys, so a number 3. So before we go ahead and jump down to that 2, which should be obvious with the scarring, here is a number 3. And this is obviously virgin area, never been touched. The back is where the surgery was done. If you look closely, you might be able to see some of it. I have not even looked yet, but I'll probably just re-voice over this later. But this is what we look like. So in the photos I posted on screen here, you can see the back of my head and the sides. They look really good. It's almost impossible to tell I have any scarring. If you've had a hair transplant or you looked at a lot of hair transplants, you probably have an eye that can kind of spot the irregularities. But overall, it's not like I was walking on the street, someone see and be like, oh my God, what the hell happened? Like, you would never even notice it. This is an intense lighting from every 360-degree possible point with natural light above. And you can kind of tell it in here a little bit, but honest to God, if you're just like moving around somebody, you would not really ever notice. Now let's get to a 2 and see how that looks. I'm actually really curious, guys, because that should be pretty obvious. And a 1 should be obviously very obvious, but let's get there. Yeah, this part is just an awkward comb through, but I got to show you guys what it looks like so you can see there's no scarring, yada yada. And that's about it. So hopefully it helps you guys. We're back with the 2, boys. All right, so right now we are at a 2. It's about 6 millimeters. That's what I'm using. And yeah, definitely fucking hating this. Who would have called that? Would you? I did. As far as the hair loss, you can see where the scarring's at here. No. All right, so stupid. Guys, time to go for number 1. As you can see, number 2, super bright lighting. I threw a bunch of pictures on screen right now. And basically, those pictures show you a lot of shit. Different lighting, different angles. Basically, number 2, unless you know what you're looking for, my surgery is not super visible. You can tell it's there from certain angles. Other angles, not at all. So I expected the 1 for it to be pretty obvious. We'll see. Should be. It should be very obvious at a 1. Like normally a 2, it should be visible or barely visible. Yeah, again, if you know what you're looking for or I'm showing you, it's going to be a lot easier to see. But normal people will have a very hard time because no one focuses on staring at the back of your head like that or even the sides. They look normally at your face, eyes, mouth, or hairline. So yeah, helpful info. But anyway, let's go to the 1, guys. All right, guys. This is such shit. All right, so now I can see myself in 3 different mirrors and I'm not liking it. It's really awkward angle, sorry. Ignore me. So here we are. Very obvious now where the scarring is at a 1. This is to be expected, and obviously there's nothing you really do about that. I'll put a bunch of pictures on the screen. But basically, guys, when you get a hair transplant, every hair transplant has scarring. That's 100% to be expected, as I've said in the beginning of the video. Do not forget that. FUE is not scarless. No matter how good your doctor is, these scars will continue to miniaturize and shrink. It takes a long time, over a year. Obviously, I've hit the 1-year mark, but I'm doing another surgery, so I'll have more scarring, and then they will all continue to shrink up. That's how scars work over time, as you guys have probably had scars as a kid that don't exist when you get older. Now, there's things you can do to help with that. You can do SMP, which redensifies your hair, and that works really well if you go to a good tattoo artist. It lasts about 6 years. We'll talk about that in a whole nother video, though, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, tons of photos to show you guys here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed them. And let's go ahead and get this final cut now, because here we are going to a 1. Not a 1, a 0. We're just going straight razor, guys. All right, guys, so welcome back. We are at the final result. Now I'm about to show you some real scarring from this procedure. All FUE has scarring, as I said. Let me show you how bad it can be. At a 0, obviously I have a very good doctor, so scarring is super minimal, but it always exists. And when you shave it all the way down to skin like this, you will always see it. Now, there's a way around that. As I said, check out my video on SMP. And basically, you can see where he did it. A lot of people were concerned that he went too high on my head. I don't quote my hands, but you can tell it was like a whole inch above where he stopped taking the hair for my hairline, where the hair loss is. So he was very careful, ensuring that I don't have any hairs transplanted, like from here, that will fall out later. So we should be completely safe, and I should be able to move a lot more hair. So we're about to move 2,500 more hairs and our grafts, and basically that should be about another 6,000 hairs, hopefully, across the head. But guys, I will be doing SMP in the future. Stay tuned for those videos. That'll be like a year from now though, so we got a little bit of a wait. On screen are those photos. Hopefully this gives you a very good idea of what you can look like with or without a hair transplant. Also, I actually don't mind this look particularly. Now, I would be fine with SMP without a hair transplant, so a lot of people could look into that. You kind of get an idea with that because I have hairline now because of my hair transplant, and with SMP it would be even thicker. That being said, the reason I got a hair transplant, I wanted to be able to go on stage and have full head of hair, and it was helpful to work, and yeah. So definitely something I like. Also, I like the idea of being able to have options of what to do with my hair, not just completely zero hair at all. Even though SMP makes you look good and like you have a full head of hair, but it's only skin, right? There's no actual hair. So yeah. Basically, I want to have multiple hairstyles throughout my life. And so if you guys are interested in doing a hair transplant, feel free to message my doctor below, Dr. Panine at Chicago Hair Transplant Clinic. Guys, thanks so much for watching. And make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. And to close the video, guys, again, here is the scarring up close and personal. As you can see, there's nothing you can do to hide it at a skin shave, but it doesn't even look that terrible. I actually am really happy with my doctor, and I look great with a shaved head. If I did some SMP, you would never see any of it, and I'd look great. A picture of my dad on screen as a little throwback for you guys, see what I would look like if I had not shaved my head, or gotten a hair transplant, I should say. And then again, guys, just one more last shout out. If you're interested in my product, shoot me that DM on Instagram, and you can see it on screen right here, the before and after of the product. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Love y'all. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.